Hello, I'm Davia Chambers and this is Let's Talk Tobago. Today I'm at Elysien Villa located in the Samaan Grove gated community. This quiet location offers elegance and luxury not too far off the beaten track. Here you may enjoy views of the lake, bridges and the salmon or mangrove trees that gave this community its name. However, for something more adventurous, head to no man's land. You can hike, bike or even drive to the island. Samaan Grove is the only overland access to the little remote island. There's lots more to tell you about where I am today. But first, these are this week's stories. Tobago has full employment. Autonomy talks have begun between the central government and the forum, and we'll show you how one woman has made cooking easier.
Hey! Why don't you step into the Scarborough Library facility? It has all the knowledge of our land, people and heritage that you just won't find online. The Scarborough Library facility is now open. Tobago Library Services. Information inspires innovation.
This is Let's Talk Tobago and today I'm at the Elysien Villa. If you know retirees Mr. and Mrs. Clyde Allen, then you know they love to build villas. No expense was spared on the design of this one. Every detail was carefully considered by them, from the walk-in showers to vaulted ceilings to the overall timeless decor. We switch gears now as we take in some big news on Tobago's growing economy. Unemployment is at an all-time low, and the economy's growth has outstripped that of our sister isle.
The latest data from the Central Statistical Office suggests that the rate of employment in Tobago as at the end of the second quarter 2014 is down to a record low of about 2%, down from 5% in 2010. The economic experts will consider anything below 5% to be full employment.
To keep the numbers down, Mr. Jack says they will continue to provide support to harness a culture of entrepreneurship on this island, as this will diversify and transform the economy. It also ensures that more jobs are provided for Tobagonians.
Through our business development unit and our two flagship programs, the Enterprise Assistance Loan Program and the Enterprise Assistance Grant Facility, we'll continue to provide assistance for Tobagonians to start, operate and expand their businesses.
He adds that the fraction of the labor force in Tobago with tertiary education is now about 13%. I'm Keishon Wilson for Let's Talk Tobago.
This week was historic. Tobago's political parties, known as the Forum, sat down with a central government team to consider the demands of Tobagonians for autonomy. The Forum placed 11 points for consideration on the table as agreed to by the public in a resolution from a previous public consultation. Let's hear more from Lois Vincent.
The Forum of Political Leaders presented two reports. The report from the Forum's Secretariat, which consisted of the opinions of Tobagonians and the 11 demands coming out of the referendum at Signal Hill, and the report of a commission that was appointed to examine the proposed offerings for conformity with the wishes of Tobago. But the central government is holding fast to its position it adopted in the Constitution Amendment Bill of 2013.
We are going to study the bills from the Tobago team's perspective so that when we meet on the 27th, they will give their views as to the recommendations coming out of the Tobago team, and we will of course be able to give our views on the 2013 bills and the government's position.
A member of the central government's team, the Minister of Arts and Multiculturalism, Dr. Lincoln Douglas, says the reports tabled by the Forum will be compared to the government's Constitution Amendment Bill of 2013.
We have not found many divergent views. However, there are lots of points for further clarification and discussion.
At the end of their first meeting, both parties agreed to take a look at each other's documents and resume discussions on March 27th at the Hyatt Hotel in Trinidad. I am Lois Vincent for Let's Talk Tobago.
Tobagonians know that they cannot depend solely on the tourism industry. As such, there's the 7-year agenda called the Comprehensive Economic Development Plan. One of the initiatives in that plan is to foster the development of a variety of businesses on the island and create a stronger private sector. But before that can be accomplished, many Tobagonians need financial help and guidance to do so. So in this story, you learn about one grant program that's given hundreds of business owners a foundation for their ideas and the success entrepreneurs are getting from it.
With these tools, her creative ideas and skill, Christina Holder, owner of Shell's Simple Solutions in Bonaccord, produces these furnishings and much more for any home or commercial space. Mrs. Holder started her home decor business 4 years ago, and it was made possible with an enterprise assistance grant she received from the Business Development Unit to purchase the machines and materials. Assistance, she says, helps many other Tobagonian entrepreneurs as well.
It's a very good initiative because it gives us that springboard to really get out into business, to get your ideas into fruition. And also, too, they made it so easy just to access the grant, access the funding, and to get your ideas out there. I think that was an excellent initiative.
Just like the owner of Shell's Simple Solutions, the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development started the Enterprise Assistance Program in 2011. Since then, the unit distributed over $35 million to businesses ranging from janitorial services, woodwork, catering, and fashion design. Businesses which will help expand and grow Tobago's economy.
So the grant program is specifically to assist and jumpstart small businesses, or even consider it small, very small, because the maximum of the grant is $25,000. So it is generally and basically to provide seed, to give people a start.
One of the 40 recipients in this batch of 2015 grant assistance is Marlon Thomas. He is the owner of M&G Autos in Lambo. Mr. Thomas is relieved that he's finally able to make the necessary improvements to his business with the grant.
It will speed up my work. I won't have to go and get a jack-up vehicle again. I'll just, the vehicle will go up in the air with the lift.
In addition to the financial assistance, the unit provides courses in bookkeeping and accounting for the entrepreneurs. The unit will also do follow-up checks with the business owners for 2 years so as to monitor their progress. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's time to take a break, but stay with us because on the other side, we'll tell you how an employment exchange bureau is changing the way we look for jobs and hire people. Thanks for staying with us. This is Let's Talk Tobago. I'm at the Elysien in Samaan Grove. It's one of the many sought-after villas on the island. Every indoor convenience is catered for at this secure and private location. But we leave it here for now. Although our island only has a population of 55,000, we too are part of the global community of more than 300 million internet users. Now imagine, as an employer, having your job vacancies posted online and being viewed by thousands. Or imagine you're the job hunter online and you're able to view multiple vacancies at the same time and you can apply all at once. Well, this can be done right here on our island. Let's get some more details in this story.
If you're looking for a job, corporate recruitment is being done online. Yes, there's an online employment bureau that could assist you right here in Tobago. Free of charge, it's operated by the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development. The website is www.tobagojobs.gov.tt. It's easy, economical, and efficient for both employers and job seekers.
It's important because it gives job seekers the opportunity to look for jobs, and employers an opportunity to look for qualified workers. And it helps with the human resource capital in Tobago. That way it'll be evenly distributed as necessary. We have people on the site who are registered all the way from China and Japan. And most of them are people, Tobagonians, who are away and looking to come back and looking for work, and this is where that's the site they'll go to look for jobs.
The Employment Exchange Bureau has seen over 3,000 registered job seekers since 2010. Meanwhile, companies both in the private and public sector have been constantly uploading vacancies.
Now they have a medium where they can relax, search for jobs in Tobago, and after all that traveling and studying, a lot of them can come back home and have a place to work.
Whilst job seekers can apply for jobs they qualify for at ease, Mr. Balfour says there's an additional benefit, especially to small registered businesses.
It's cheaper, all right, because to run an ad in a newspaper, it will cost them a whole lot more, all right? If they go onto the site, they'll see our subscription plans are more than reasonable, and they can access the site.
The Employment Exchange Bureau can be accessed 24 hours a day on www.tobagojobs.gov.tt. I'm Caroline Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
Cooking an elaborate meal such as Sunday lunch can be a tedious task, especially when you have to do everything from scratch. Are you looking for an easier way? Omadara Mills spoke with a businesswoman who helps make cooking simpler.
These dumplings aren't for cooking now. They're being made for packaging and sale to caterers and supermarkets, where you'll simply purchase and cut down on your cooking time. The dumplings is just one of the products made by the Springtime Food Products Company, a business owned and managed by Charmaine Springer, which she started in November 2010.
Everybody's in the working world. Everybody's, put it this way, on the hustle. So when you come home, as much pre-prep products that you can get, pre-preparation stuff, I think, people will like to go that way because it's easier. It gives you more time, less time for cooking, and more time to spend with your family or your personal life.
Mrs. Springer's range of easy-to-use cooking ingredients also includes grated coconut, prawn mix, smoked pigtail, and peeled garlic, products which she supplies to several supermarkets in Tobago. But she has not stopped there.
I've expanded to the Trinidad market about a year and some months now. Reason being for that, there wasn't any of like the dumpling and so on in Trinidad. So it was a good opportunity to break into the market, and so far it has been very good.
Mrs. Springer's culinary innovations have won her awards such as the BDU's 2013 Agro-Processor of the Year and the 2014 Chief Secretary Award for Entrepreneurship. Despite her accolades, Mrs. Springer is looking to introduce new products and carry her goods into international markets such as the United States. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Basic photography, sewing, soap and candle making, and glass engraving. What do these things have in common? They are vocational skills often taken for granted. But what if I told you these are not just skills, but business opportunities waiting to happen? The Division of Community Development and Culture believes so.
Drapery and soft furnishings, mixed craft and glass engraving. These are some of the over 40 general certificate courses that you can do in the 2015 cycle of the Vocational Skills Training Program. And even with all the courses already offered, there are new areas that Tobagonians can take advantage of. These include cosmetology, tailoring, natural jewelry making, pre-C and Boat Master 3 training.
We realize that we want to capture all of Tobago, and we have a strong culture, a strong relationship with the sea, and we are seafaring folks, so we wanted to prepare our fisher folks or people who work with boats for them to be more safe at sea.
This year, the program will include training sessions that's designed to encourage participants to start turning their interests into money-making ventures.
An important part of the training is not just teaching a skill, but life skills. helping our students to just take this skill, take the craft, and not just look at it as a hobby, but look at it as an opportunity to maybe go into business, or an opportunity to improve their domestic situation.
This program is under the Division of Community Development and Culture, and this year the division has plans to work more closely with the tutors so that they too can benefit from the experience. The classes began at the end of February and will finish in November with a graduation ceremony for the participants. The courses are free to the public. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
We're taking another break, but coming up, the Scarborough Library facility has had a busy first week. We take a look at its operations.
Hey, why don't you step into the Scarborough Library facility? It has all the knowledge of our land, people and heritage that you just won't find online. The Scarborough Library facility is now open. Tobago Library Services. Information inspires innovation.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tobago. Today I'm at the beautiful Elysien Villa designed by the Allens. Now Elysien, the word can be defined as blissful, delightful, or even peaceful. And so the builders tried to create an environment to live up to its name, with a blend of tranquil colors, sobering art pieces, and a serene garden. The pool is ideal for lounging with shallows of 18 inches. And for an extra peace of mind, the Samaan Grove development provides mobile as well as stationed security 24 hours a day. Now we leave this lovely villa to explore another recently opened building, the Scarborough Library facility. It was more than 15 years ago when the old library was damaged by an earthquake and it had to be demolished. A new one was built and it's up and functioning now under the tagline, "Information inspires innovation." The library caters to everyone and makes use of technology to better serve its users. Here's Omadara Mills with more on this story.
It's typical to see these activities occurring in a library, but this new Scarborough Public Library, which was recently opened, is more than that. It fully integrates technology in its services and operations, with free internet access for those who'd want to do online research, read electronic books, and even has an in-house laptop lending service. This library is a gateway to the modern world.
Libraries have to stay with the times or else we become obsolete. And information is information no matter what form it's available. So there's information on the internet. The libraries have to sort of curate the information so that persons can use the information properly. Right? So it's not that we're going to dismiss what's on the internet. We're going to show people how to properly use that information that is available.
Library services come under the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport, a division with the mission to provide resources for visually impaired people, toddlers, children, young adults, grown-ups and senior citizens.
It would serve persons at different levels. For the students, it's an aid in the research. For other persons, it's they can extend their reading ability, or the areas of reading, I would say, leisure or even self-help books. So it's a wide range of abilities they can get at the library.
Other features of the library include a mobile community and a school services section, a heritage section for those interested in West Indian and Tobago's history, and a storytelling room located in the Elysien Mackenzie Children's Library. The honoree, who is named after that section, did not pass up the opportunity to facilitate the first storytelling session. Beyond that, Dr. Mackenzie is happy that she can now access the library's services.
The use of a library facility cannot be substituted. So I thought coming back to the library with all the added amenities and facilities, I think that it's a great feeling.
The library will be opened 6 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays, and 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. The facility will also accommodate a host of literary events such as literary readings, storytelling, and spoken word sessions. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
As the Tobago Jazz Experience nears, more artists have been added to the lineup. 2 top Jamaican singers will make their first appearance this year. They join megastars Jennifer Hudson, Miguel, Kool and the Gang, Jill Scott, and local big names in what promises to be another huge Tobago Jazz Experience. Keyshawn Wilson reports.
With hits like Soul Provider, Cry Tears For You, and Who Feels It Knows It, Jamaican reggae singer Romain Virgo, who broke out at age 17 when he won television Jamaica's Rising Stars, has joined the star-studded lineup for Tobago Jazz Experience 2015. In September 2011, Romain made history as the first Jamaican artist to perform at the Academy of Country Music Awards held in Nashville, Tennessee. The singer-songwriter has been named Artist of the Year by Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, Recording Artist of the Year, Best Male Vocalist, and Most Consistent Artist. But he's not the only Jamaican singer that will be performing at TJE. Known as one of the artists leading the contemporary dancehall movement, Busy Signal has been a staple since 2003. His first hit single, Step Out, was one of the most popular dancehall songs in 2005. The dancehall artist has had several popular songs since then. Nago Jail Again, Unknown Number, Reggae Music Again, just to name a few. The two will join the legendary David Rudder, who has also been added to the TJE cast, along with local acts Kester Band and this year's groovy soca monarch Olatunji. The experience, which is much more than music, takes place from April 18th to April 26th, 2015 and will begin in Speyside. I'm Keyshawn Wilson for Let's Talk Tobago.
Every year, the world celebrates the value that wetlands bring to our lives. On February 2nd, in Tobago, where our mantra is clean, green, safe and serene, the island commemorates the wetlands with a month-long series of activities. These activities are designed to raise awareness about preserving this element of our environment. Children compete in speech band, calypso and all mass messages. The results of this year's wetlands cultural extravaganza are in.
I'm feeling proud. I'm a heart full with joy when Brother Kubala sing and the Highway Rock movement say, no wetlands destroyed.
The use of the speech band presentation style to tell their peers about the benefits and importance of an area of land often taken for granted. Why? Because they are swamps, marshes or bogs. Put another way, it's a region covered by or saturated with water, but they function like giant sponges or reservoirs, and it was up to these students to capture their importance under the theme Wetlands for Future.
The benefit of wetlands is like a sweet soca song, and preserving and conserving, we can't go wrong.
And that got them the top spot in the speech band category. Second place went to the Scarborough RC School.
Oh, hi! Where I come from, when you burn our mountains, you cause many landslides.
While Speyside Anglican Primary took third place.
Wetlands are to the environment as kidneys are to man. They filter, purify, and store water more than any system can.
The Division of Agriculture, Marine Affairs, Marketing and the Environment puts on this speech band competition with the aim of raising awareness about wetlands. Wetlands are lost in the name of development despite their role in protecting our beaches and coastal communities, filtering waste and purifying water, providing home to a wide variety of plant and animal life, and limiting the effects of flooding. And so it was up to these students through creative speech, but also in another category, calypso, to convince their colleagues of this. In the end, the judges determined that Buku Government Primary was deserving of third place for their efforts.
I decided how to help, and this is my pledge. Our wetlands are dying, our wetlands are crying. Who will help me? Oh, who will help me?
Signal Hill Government secured the second spot with this.
People are fish there, don't any garbage there, don't cut trees there. Why you expect we to play?
And Bell Garden Anglican took first place with a presentation titled Time to Preserve.
We got to preserve it, tell them conserve it. Wetlands are yours and mine, take control before we run out of time.
Another area of competition was the Old Mass presentations. Patience Hill Government got the first place, second went to Bell Garden Anglican, and third Charlottesville Methodist. About 10 primary schools participated in this competition, which the organizers hope would have won them at least one more wetlands advocate. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Before I say until next time, it's time to have your say, the segment of our program where we hear from you, our viewers. Now, as you're aware, the Tobago Jazz Experience runs from April 18th to 26th, and the lineup of international, regional, and local acts has grown. Jennifer Hudson, Miguel, Cool and the Gang, Jill Scott, Busy Signal, Romaine Virgo, Kess, David Rudder, and Olatunji. Big stars. So today we're asking, what do you think of the lineup of performers for this year's Tobago Jazz Experience? This is what you said.
The Tobago Festival has really grown strength to strength, and I think it's, in terms of the artists that will be there, it will be a nice balance, a little bit of something for everyone.
We have some different artists, and I think that will be a nice experience.
I think it's a drop down, but Jennifer Hudson, she's a good performer, so I hope to see her.
I think it's a good lineup. I think that, more and more artists are coming in, and they're all quality artists. So, I think it's going to be a really good one this year, and hopefully it will even surpass last year's.
Looking at the billboard, promises to be a very exciting and beautiful show.
Great, I'm impressed.
Excited about Jennifer Hudson.
The picks are interesting, most likely soca artists that they are bringing from Trinidad. They're very, very good soca artists.
And that's how we bring this week's edition of Let's Talk Tobago to a close. Do remember you can send us your comments or queries on anything you've seen in this program to information@tha.gov.tt, or you can even visit us at www.tha.gov.tt. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Davia Chambers, and on behalf of all of us at the Department of Information, have a safe and enjoyable week. And as we go, here's what you can expect at this year's Tobago Jazz Experience.
Hello baby, can you come over? Right now loneliness taking over. Me need you tonight, yeah, me lover. Come warm me up under the cover.
No, I don't want you to leave. Will you hold my hand? Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. So I won't feel it, nothing. We are feeling from a little and a grow. I won't feel it, nothing. Sometimes I feel like we let go.
She grab on me. Then I can see this thing right. I mash up the place and you know you're whining good. She ball up. Just give me some time now. She want me some donkey wine now. But you're something feeling good. And she ball. She ball hola 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 hola. She ball hola. Hey. She ball. Hey.